The things that trigger you most are your greatest teachers. At first glance, that idea might feel frustrating, even infuriating, especially when you're longing for a baby and facing doubt after doubt. But what if your limiting beliefs around conception are not random thoughts? What if they are actually signals, reflections of where your energy, your trust, or your alignment is ready to grow? Today, I'm sharing an approach that has helped women over 40 transform their doubts from roadblocks into clear guidance on the path to conception. By the end of this video, you'll no longer see your fears as signs that something is wrong. You'll see them as invitations into greater alignment and readiness. And when you respond to these invitations with clarity and compassion, your entire journey transforms into an inner journey of evolution to your best self. Let's look at those thoughts that have been weighing on you. I'm too old. My body isn't doing what it should. It's too late for me. For years, you've been fighting these thoughts, pushing them down, trying to cover them up with positive affirmations, only to have them resurface when you're most vulnerable, often in the quiet hours of the night or when you first wake up. But what if these thoughts aren't here to drive you crazy, making you doubt yourself and your path? What if your limiting beliefs around fertility aren't random thoughts, but protective patterns your subconscious created without you even realizing it? Every single limiting belief you have about your fertility has been working to shield you from something your nervous system once registered as dangerous. That thought of, I'll never have a baby, didn't show up to punish you. It showed up to guard your heart, to protect that most tender part of you. Think about it. When that voice whispers, you're too old, it's not trying to be cruel. It's trying to shield you from the emotional roller coaster of getting your hopes up again, only to face another disappointment. When it says your body can't do this, it's trying to protect you from the vulnerability of trying, from the exposure of hope, from the judgment of others who might not understand your journey. These beliefs are not random. They had a job to protect you, maybe after painful test results, maybe after seeing yet another pregnancy or baby shower announcement, maybe after hearing a doctor deliver statistics without seeing your potential, or give you the donor egg talk on your very first visit, even before he did any workup. Your nervous system, designed for survival first and growth second, did exactly what it was meant to do. It built walls to keep your heart safe. So when you're triggered by thoughts like, my body isn't working the way it should, or I've waited too long, you're not experiencing proof of inadequacy. You are and always have been an extension of Source, of the divine, of God, of the infinite intelligence that runs through all living things. You are already whole. We don't look at a rose that's been battered by storms or bitten by pests and say, you don't deserve to bloom. We recognize that even with torn leaves or weathered petals, the rose keeps opening. Its purpose does not disappear because it has faced hardship. In fact, it's often the roses that have withstood the strongest winds that root the deepest, that produce the richest, most fragrant blooms. And the rose doesn't rip out its own thorns to become worthy. The thorns are part of its wisdom. They're part of how it protects the beauty and its life force. You are the same. Your doubts, your fears, your scars, they are not signs you don't belong. They are part of the soil you're growing through. And just like the rose, your struggles don't disqualify you from blooming into motherhood. They prepare you to hold life with more strength, more softness, and more soul than you ever thought possible. So the real question isn't, how do I get rid of these doubts? It's how do I work with them so they become part of the foundation my baby can grow from? Those recurring limiting thoughts are invitations for you to think differently, which result in different behaviors, and then you get new outcomes. The truth is that the thoughts that sting the most, that are really triggering are shining a light on exactly where healing needs to happen within you, not in the other person who said it, but in you, where old stories have to be released in order for bliss and creative flow to be remembered. And this journey back to your true self is a remembrance because it's not something you've once had and lost. You've always had it. You've just forgotten. Part of my job is to help you remember your power. Most women spend years fighting these thoughts, trying to force them away through sheer willpower. But fighting your own protective system only makes it dig in deeper. Your subconscious doesn't understand you're trying to help. It only registers threat and reinforces the very walls you want to tear down. But what if you stopped fighting? What if you started seeing your limiting beliefs as guidance? What if every doubt, every fear, every painful story was actually trying to hand you the exact map you need to find your way through? That recurring fear about being genetically flawed and your DNA isn't good enough because you're getting older, it's not there to torment you. It's there to show you where you've disconnected from your body's wisdom. That worry about running out of time, it's an invitation to step out of the rigid timelines you've been handed and believe and reconnect with the deeper timeless rhythm your body already knows. These patterns did not show up by accident. They precisely reflect what still needs to shift within you so you can become the clear channel your spirit baby is waiting for. They are not here to stop you, nor are they random thoughts that you should brush off as no big deal. They're just irritating thoughts. They are showing you exactly which old stories need to be rewritten, which wounds need to be healed, and which parts of your power are ready to be reclaimed. When you begin to work with your beliefs instead of fighting or just as bad, ignoring them, everything changes. You stop seeing your situation as wrong and that it shouldn't be happening this way. Instead, you start recognizing yourself as a woman actively evolving and transforming. You stop battling your body. You begin partnering with its deep wisdom. You stop forcing. You start opening and receiving. And this is exactly the work we do inside Believe to Conceive. We guide women over 40 to identify the protective walls, honor the purpose they once served, and then transform those barriers into gateways. Because that's what limiting beliefs truly are. They are doorways. On one side stands the woman still protected, still waiting. On the other side stands the woman who is ready, open, aligned, and receiving her miracle. So the real question isn't, how do I tear down these walls? The real question is, am I ready to transform them into the path through which my baby will find me? Your body does not lie. It never has. When a thought about your fertility journey makes you physically react, that sharp breath, that heaviness in your chest, the closing of your throat, that is not just emotional noise. It is your body's way of giving you real-time feedback. It is deep wisdom pointing you straight to the places where your energy needs to shift. The question is, are you ready to stop silencing those messages and just start listening? Think about the last thought that made your heart race or your stomach twist. That reaction wasn't random discomfort. It was your nervous system shining a bright light on exactly where you're stuck. Your nervous system speaks the only language it knows, sensation. And the stronger your emotional response to a thought, the more important the message buried inside it, the more you will feel it in your body. Most women are taught to push away those uncomfortable thoughts, to stay positive, don't dwell on it. But the thoughts that hit you the hardest are not betraying you. They're guiding you to exactly where the healing needs to happen. When that thought pops up, can I be a good mother at my age? It's not mental sabotage. It's your body saying, right here, pay attention. This is where we're still stuck. We need to look at self-worth. Do I truly believe myself worthy of becoming a good mother? Because if it's a hell yes, your age wouldn't matter. The thoughts you flinch from, The ones that make you want to look away, they're breadcrumbs leading you straight to the energetic blocks between you and your baby. Start noticing how your body reacts when certain thoughts show up. That tightness in your chest, thinking about another failed cycle, that clench in your stomach when you wonder if you'll ever hold your baby. This isn't about judging yourself for having fears. It's about understanding that your body is mapping your transformation if you'll pay attention. Know this, your limiting beliefs do not stay contained inside your mind. It's not a silo in there. They shape your energy field because thoughts are energy. They're shaping the very field your spirit baby senses even before conception. That field sends out a message. It's either safe to enter or not yet, I'm still clearing. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your system is still in protection mode. Think of it like preparing soil for a garden. You wouldn't throw seeds onto dry, debris-filled earth and expect them to thrive. You clear it, you nourish it, you create conditions where new life can take root. The same is true here. When a thought makes you want to run, when your body reacts the strongest, that's where you're on the edge of a breakthrough. The intensity of your reaction is directly proportional to the power that's waiting for you on the other side of it. Meaning the bigger the reaction, the bigger the transformation. So when that old fear comes up, what if my body just can't do this? Don't push it away. Lean in. Feel where it lives in your body. Place your hand there. Ask it, what are you trying to show me? What protection are you offering that I no longer need? This isn't about spiraling into negativity. It's about understanding what your body is telling you, because your body is wise, older than your doubts, older than your fear. It speaks in a language older than words, the language of sensation, reaction, instinct. When you feel that physical hit, when your chest tightens or your throat closes, it's guidance. It's teaching you how to clear the field so your spirit baby has a place to land. It's not blocking you, it's preparing you. And if you start honoring these signals instead of fighting them, you open the very pathway your baby has been waiting for. This remembering of who you really are is not just an emotional journey. It's creating a real energetic field, one your spirit baby can feel. Your baby isn't judging your fears. They're simply waiting for your walls of protection to come down enough to let them in. You are a vessel for the divine to express itself through. To put it bluntly, and hopefully it'll help you with a visual image, you're an incubator with a direct line to source. The connection between you and your future child doesn't start with a pregnancy test. Whether or not you've experienced it already, that connection is already here. This isn't mystical thinking. It's a truth that's recognized across spiritual traditions for centuries. Before a physical pregnancy happens, the bond between mother and child already exists at the energetic level. Your baby doesn't have a physical body yet to perceive through the 5 senses of sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste, so it experiences you through energy. They sense the energetic climate in and around you, whether that field vibrates with trust and openness or constriction and fear. And the truth is that you can track every ovulation window, take every supplement, follow every protocol, eat only nutrient-dense food at every meal. But if the energetic field around you is still broadcasting not yet or danger, your baby's spirit will wait. The most advanced medical technology cannot override the energy that you're putting out, because your baby's consciousness isn't responding to your calendar. It's responding to the invisible environment you're creating with your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, your unresolved patterns. When limiting beliefs stay locked behind walls of fear and protection, they create a real energetic barrier your baby can sense. This doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means there's still inner work to integrate. Work that your baby is patiently waiting for you to complete. Every thought you have about your worthiness, your timing, your ability to mother, it creates ripples through your energetic field. These ripples are not just metaphors or poetic turns of phrases, they're literal. They are real shifts in the quantum energy field. Science is only now starting to catch up to what the ancient wisdom traditions have always known. Energy comes first. Physical matter follows. There's no exception. Your baby's conception begins first as an energetic possibility before a single cell ever divides. I've worked with countless women who did everything right medically, only to realize their energetic field was still filled with protection, fear, and old trauma. No amount of medication could override that. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding that your energy field is the first home your spirit baby will enter and is actually currently experiencing already. And that home is built through transformation, not through force, not through perfection, but through truth. Your protective patterns were not mistakes. They kept you safe when you needed safety, so you can thank them for that. Now they're an invitation to be transformed, so you can step fully into the mother you're already becoming. Every fear that once protected your heart can become a doorway into deeper wisdom, if you're willing to work with it instead of against it. When you make that shift, the energy around you changes in ways you can't always see, but your baby can feel. The difference between a womb surrounded by fear and a womb surrounded by trust is as clear to your baby as the difference between a thunderstorm and a clear blue sky. Your baby is seeking the safest, most welcoming field, and that field is created through alignment, not desperation, not neediness. This explains why so many so-called miracle babies arrive after years of struggle, once the woman finally surrenders the fight and comes back into herself. That's energetic alignment made visible. Real transformation doesn't happen through willpower or pushing it through one more time. It happens when you soften from combat to curiosity. What if you stopped attacking your beliefs and started sitting with them? And ask, what have you been protecting me from? What part of me needed you? This isn't about giving up or resigning yourself to fear. It's about taking a fundamentally different approach, one that honors the intelligence your system used to keep you safe. And when you shift into that energy of acceptance, the walls start softening. The rigid beliefs start loosening their grip. They start revealing what they were always trying to give you: protection, love, and safety. That voice that says, I'm not ready for this, isn't trying to sabotage you. It's asking, what would help you feel prepared? That old fear of, I don't deserve this, it's pointing directly to where you get to reclaim your worth, not from force, but from reconnecting with your truth and your heart. This is the space where real energetic shifts happen, not by pushing your body into compliance, but by inviting your whole being, mind, body, and spirit into alignment with what you truly desire. And this is exactly what we do inside Believe to Conceive. We don't teach women to bully themselves into positivity. We guide them to uncover what each limiting belief has been protecting, to honor it, and to transform it into the foundation their baby can land on. This isn't surface level affirmations. It's not about forcing your mind to chant, I'm ready, while your body is screaming, I'm not. It's soul level rewiring, clearing the energetic field so your baby's spirit feels called in, not blocked out. The women who go through this process don't just conceive, they shift their entire experience. They move from anxiety and exhaustion to grounded trust, from forcing life to receiving it. Because this isn't just about getting pregnant, it's about becoming the woman who naturally attracts and holds new life. It's about shifting your energetic home from guarded to welcoming. What makes this work different is simple. We don't work against your system, we work with it. We don't pretend that just thinking positive is enough. We help you bring your conscious mind, your unconscious protection, your body, and your spirit into full alignment. Your baby isn't waiting for you to be perfect. Your baby isn't asking you to have zero fear. You don't have to fix yourself. You just have to allow who you've always been, the woman underneath the protection, to fully emerge. So if you're ready for Believe to Conceive, the link is in the description below. Registration closes this week. I hope to see you there.